noticed you can't find one particularly iconic apple in grocery stores or pretty much anywhere? That's right. The Macintosh is disappearing. Production of the Macintosh has declined by nearly half in just the last couple years. That's because there is a whole Apple war going on, where Apple varieties are fighting and battling for dominance, and the Macintosh is losing that war. Which is kind of ironic, because the Macintosh initially hit mainstream popularity by knocking another top Apple out of the spot, after it survived a particularly cold winter of 1934, when it usurped the formerly popular Baldwin apple, and became the first major casualty in the Apple War. By the 1970s, the Macintosh was the second most popular Apple in the United States, and maybe it would have stayed that way if two major things hadn't happened. Studies in the late 80s indicated that a chemical used to keep Macintoshes from falling out of trees before they were ripe, aloe, was a carcinogen.
Dimetazide, which has been sprayed on apples for more than 20 years, breaks down into another chemical called UDMH.
Yeah, not exactly a positive look for the Macintosh. In the end, there were later studies that cast doubt on whether the apples treated with Alar were actually dangerous, but the damage had been done. The other major hit to the Macintosh in the Apple War was the rise of the Honeycrisp. Discovered in 1974 and patented in 1990, it kind of defied all odds and set off an Apple's arms race that totally changed the way we grow and buy apples today. The taste and texture garnered so much interest, it sold for twice the price of traditional apples. It proved itself to be revolutionary in creating new, higher consumer expectations for crispness and flavor. Breeders began investing heavily in R&D for new varieties, ones that were sweeter, crisper, and stayed fresh for longer. These new varieties are patented and trademarked, with club licensing to growers who pay membership fees and royalties to grow the apple. Unlike the Macintosh, which anyone can grow, the club apple fees paid by growers go to marketing investments used for websites, TikToks, and ads, giving it a wider appeal. Club apples also limit membership and production to keep prices high and quality consistent. Commodity apples, the traditional ones, don't make great returns for grocery stores either, underperforming compared to the club varieties. All told, US Macintosh production has dropped from 19 million bushels in 1982 to just over 5 million in 2023. And replanting varieties is expensive, so growers are kind of stuck. Some are pivoting to direct sales at orchards, but meanwhile in grocery stores, the Macintosh is definitely fading fast. It's not crazy to say that it's going the way of the dodo, or like one of the many apple varieties before it that lost the battle in the Apple War. Get it while you still can. And if you want to know more about the Apple War, check out this story in the Hustle's Daily Free Newsletter.